Welcome back to Professional Presentations brought to you by Faver. Today, tips to improve attendance at your events. That is your networking events and conferences and places where you are presenting. Previously, we talked about broadcast quality performance and how to connect with your audience. And today the conversation continues with tips on how to improve the attendance of people at your events. So let's get started. And let's talk about the date. Of all the things that are most important, the date is where it all starts. Because most people who plan events, they say, well, this looks like a good time of year, or this is a good day of the week, or this is a good month. And that's just arbitrarily what they select as the date for their event. Or they select a date that's maybe a week, 10 days away. And all of those are really, really big mistakes. My suggestion is minimum 30 days prior to the event is when you should look to selecting the date. And it depends on the type of event. If it's an annual event, then you want to go even further out when you're planning, because you want to look at all of the calendars, the social calendar, the business calendar, the holiday calendar. The last thing that you want is to plan some kind of an event only to discover that the date that you have selected happens to be Cinco de Mayo, which is a really popular day to have some tequila or Dos Equis. Or the date that you've selected, there are 3 other events going on, or there's a large convention happening with the target audience that you want to invite to your event. So you want to make sure that there are no conflicts on the calendar, whether it be social or business. If there's another networking group that also meets on that day, take that into consideration as well. Some groups will have a quarterly event or an annual event. Once again, you want to look at all of the calendars before selecting a date. Make sure that there are no conflicts and that you've selected a date that will best meet the needs of your audience to improve who and how many attend. Next, let's talk about promo. A lot of times people say, well, that's somebody else's responsibility. And it's true. If the event is being put on by someone else, then you might say, yes, it's their responsibility because I'm the presenter, I'm the speaker. So it's not my responsibility to promote the event. But the truth is, if you have an audience that you're already connecting with, and you should, then by all means, you should invite that audience to listen to you speak. Or if you have a new topic or a new product or a new service that you can introduce to your current audience and you're already speaking, then find out if it's allowable to invite your list, to invite your other people to participate in this event. It can, if there's a door charge, then that's more money for the people putting on the event. And it's a greater opportunity for you to sell your service as you're presenting without saying, yo, buy me, because you're the nice guy who just invited them to this great event. Look at that. Okay. So minimum 30 days prior, and not just social media. I get it. Social media is important, but if you really want people to attend, then you're looking at email, texting, phone, snail mail, a whole myriad of variety of campaigns that target the audience that you're looking to attend the event to come to this event. And that's why you need at least 30 days minimum to start planning and promoting this event so people will come. But it can't just be the person who's putting on the event who's screaming and shouting, or you screaming and shouting. Everyone has to get on the bandwagon. You're looking for advocates. These are people who love the presenter who's presenting. It might be you or it might be somebody else, but they are advocates who always like their posts, who always comment favorably on Yelp or in other social media platforms, whether it be LinkedIn or Instagram. They love this individual. Those people are advocates, and you want to get them on board to invite their friends and family and business associates to this event as well. And in inviting everybody, and everybody who's speaking and everybody who's doing the event to do inviting, then all of a sudden you're going to get a much greater turnout. Whether you're talking about a small event where you only want 20 or 30 people, or whether you're talking about a large convention in the main town where you live, whether it's Las Vegas or Phoenix or Los Angeles, New York, the idea here is the more the merrier. And by the way, for everybody who says that they're going, half of them or more won't actually show up. So you need to pull from a large pool, and advocates will help you to do that. If you don't have any advocates, then it's time to start looking at your business model. And that's something that Faver can help you with. But that's a sidebar. Okay, Flair. The days of come, join us, have lunch on us, we're doing a coffee, we're doing a lunch and learn, all of these things, free food, discounts, they're all considered what I consider to be the standard for invitational events. And they'll get you little to no traction. What you're looking for is, wow. You're looking for some flair, something that connects with your audience that they really, really want. For example, if you're doing something and you know that the people that are coming are theater buffs, then have theater tickets or movie tickets if they're movie buffs. But if they're theater buffs, then maybe they're going to get lunch with the lead actor in the play, or they're going to not only get to go to the movie, but after the movie, they're going to get to share lunch with, and then you fill in the blank. There might be somebody famous. And when I say famous, I don't mean like, Broadway or Hollywood famous, but just famous in your group. Oh my gosh, that person is so smart. I would pay to sit down and have lunch with that individual just to pick his or her brain. That's somebody famous. Or maybe it's the coach at the school, or the local mayor or the representative. I mean, and you can go up the food chain as we're talking about, depending on how large or small your town is. But essentially, you're looking for something that would be a draw. And so it's coffee with, breakfast with, or lunch with somebody. And it's just an added expense to the event that then draws in the audience and allows everybody to feel like there's excitement, there's flair, there's something different. There are many options here that include music, musicians, entertainment things. And a lot of times you can fish right off of your own pier, which simply means you've got a speaker that's speaking at the event, and they have some specialty, and as part of their package for speaking, they're going to offer lunch with this raffle winner, so to speak. Next, please, 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 if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So please make it fun. Make it fun for the audience, not just for the speakers and the presenters and the people who work at the event, but also fun for those who attend. Make it flattering to those who attend and engaging to those who are there. So it's not just, well, I sat in the seat and I listened to the speaker and I enjoyed what they had to say. I ate my popcorn and then I went away. What if, in addition to raffles or prizes, maybe there are some games that you're going to play with the audience? And by the way, just so you understand, a lot of times audiences are not so excited. Okay, they get excited about the prizes, but it's not always the prize, which is the reason why they play. It's the joy of the game, the joy of the fun of the play that is actually what gets them excited and what makes the event fun. And the prize is just like, that's the added bonus, the cherry on top of the cake. So have some kind of a game involved where it's a networking game where they're meeting each other. By the way, I happen to be known as the game master in the DJ world. So if you're looking for an interactive game, something, whether it be online, virtual, or in person, all you got to do is contact me, Scott at infaver.com, and I'll be happy to share with you some more tips and ideas about how you can make your event fun, unique, and memorable. And that is how you have professional presentations and an audience who's going to enjoy everything that your speakers and you share from the stage. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back next time with more tips about professional presentations.